This once was Spawn on 2B2T, or how you call it, Minecraft's oldest anarchy server. But that is over and done with, and it never will be like that again, as the biggest Spawn project in 2B2T history, to this date at least, just has been completed, changing the server forever. Now this is the new phase of 2B2T. If you like it or not, this is it, and nothing's gonna change that in the near future. This massive build actually did have a huge impact on me of all people, but more on that later. You are looking at 100 million obsidian blocks that have been placed in survival. That's right, 100 million. This endless sea of obsidian is the result of Project Dead, which was done by a group called Spectrum Builders. With the Spawn logos that popped up everywhere, just recently the Spawn already had around 40 million obsidian blocks in the skies. 28 of that alone goes to the Mason's logo. And now the team of Project Dead added over 60 million blocks, drastically changing Spawn big time. Where once was the glorious Spawn Mason's logo, the Uwu, and the other recognizable landmarks, there now is a dark and plain canvas that yet has to be filled with marks. And I'm sure over the time it will, but until then, those 100 million obsidian blocks will be the new face of 2B2T. Just imagine how much work it must have been to gather, transport and place the additional 60 million obsidian blocks. The new roof covers an incredible area of 10,000 by 10,000 blocks. It is directly at build height, making it impossible to build another portal and escape through that. Punching a hole into the roof takes 250 seconds, more than enough time to get discovered by another player and get killed. And if you are lucky and don't get killed, you are looking at a deadly drop you wouldn't survive anyway. So when you land at spawn now, you will have to walk 5,000 blocks in any direction before you see the edge of the new roof. That means for a whole Minecraft day, you will be only walking. No food, no items, nothing. So how did they do that? And this really baffles me. Project Dead took several builders only 68 days of blood, sweat and tears to finish. Absolutely incredible. This alone should tell you that there must have been quite some knowledge and skill involved to finish a project of this scale. And let's not talk about the insanity to come up with the idea of building such a roof and then conclude that it would be an even better idea to actually go through with it. That's just nuts. But here we are. The project originally was started by a conquest headed by the player FastWins1. The unimaginable amount of materials needed, also no problem, because they did have a contact to Redstoner, a famous 2B2T player that is, among others, known for the NoCom exploit, and he was willing to ship in. But when planning the whole thing, they quickly found out that their plan was way more challenging than they expected. They certainly did not lack dedication, but they had big problems to guide the project in an effective enough way to complete it in a reasonable time frame. What first was estimated to be 1 or 2 months soon became, according to the progress, over half a year, and they simply were running into the risk to burn out, lose people and not be able to finish the project. That was the moment when a player called Freedom Holland joined the group, bringing the needed knowledge to actually pull it off. He would be in charge of the logistics and the project management. In total, they now were 14 players working under the group name Spectrum Builders. In order to mine what they estimated to be 70 million obsidian blocks at that time, they involved Ice Tank, who utilized Mindflayer to program bots that would automatically mine ender chests. He also developed tools to automatically package and transport the obsidian from a mining facility to an off-site location. Meanwhile, a player called Reaper's Patrol created a massive grid around the spawn area, which consisted of sectors with 1000 by 1000 blocks. While Reaper's Patrol programmed bots that placed obsidian at spawn and needed the player to be close by, Ice Tank also programmed bots that were automated to a degree where they even would go go to a temporary stash at spawn to refill the inventory and keep on paving. Those bots then started to lay down what will end up to be 58,885,764 obsidian blocks. Insane! And this placement happened with little to no human input while the progress was controlled via Discord. The overall progress was tracked through an online map developed by Yotic and integrated by Ancient77. With that, the group was able to keep everyone who was involved up to date with the progress. While 4 to 7 bots at the same time were placing obsidian around the clock for nearly 68 days, the gathering of obsidian had some setbacks. 2 of the mining stations were discovered and destroyed. This, however, couldn't stop the Spectrum builders. They rebuilt elsewhere and continued the operation. On the final day of the project, they all came together at spawn to complete the last section of the roof. They even threw in an additional 110,000 obsidian blocks to build huge Atlas statues on each axis to hold up the roof, and with that setting in stone the completion of the biggest spawn project in 2B2T history, at least to this point. Who knows what else is still to come? Someone at some point is gonna top it. Now, how does all of that impact me and why do I come out of nowhere making this video? Easy! I joined 2B2T as a newcomer on the exact same day this gigantic roof got finished, so this is personal. Depending on how this very video you're currently watching goes, I might make something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tector and this is surviving the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft. Holy Fruit Loops, will I make it to the edge without dying? And if so, what comes after that? If you want stuff like that, then hit the like button and also let me know in the darn comments below. And if you don't give me enough love or hate, I simply move on. And that's it! Just know that I sometimes take some months to make a video, so you will have to be patient. But if you wanna know what I can do, I have a video right here that you can check out. That's it, have a great day and see you soon. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. You can make a poor choice or you can subscribe. Okay, video is over. You can go now. Bye bye.